Minimax H3 has arrived, and it is the most impressive open-source video model. Better quality, stronger scene control, and built-in audio generation. Yet, what really unlocks its potential it is not the video model. The secret is better prompting. I'll show you how to leverage Minimax's prompting guide to create stronger prompts, with no agents or complex workflows. Let's get started. Make sure ComfyUI is up to date with the latest templates. Select Video, and you'll see 3 Minimax H3 templates. Let's start with the Reference to Video template. Some nodes are shown in red, which tells some assets are missing. On your top right corner, check the error details. You can download the missing models directly. If you have RunPod Direct, you can download it to your pod. When the download is complete, click on Refresh Page. This reloads the ComfyUI screen, this time with the models installed. Now that you have the models, the only errors are the missing reference images. Add the images and run the workflow to make sure everything is working correctly. After a couple of minutes, you can see the result.
Get ready to meet your maker!
Let's quickly explain the workflow. At the bottom you have the user inputs. You can choose the resolution of your video and the duration in seconds. Minimax H3 is 24 frames per second. The conversion of seconds to frames considers that. In the input text you write the prompt. Next, you add here the reference images for the video. The models and references are connected to the Minimax H3 reference to video node. This node is responsible to understand the context. It transforms the text, images, video, and audio you give to the right instruction for the diffusion model. On the left you have the models you need to run Minimax. You need 4 models: the diffusion model, the text encoder, the video VAE, and the audio VAE. Next is the sampling. For the template they have decided to use the custom advanced sampler, but the regular K sampler does fine. If you want to replace it, just change to RES multi-step scheduler and use a CFG of 1. Minimax gives you complete control, but you need to describe your characters and shots in very detail. Also, in a very specific way. It is not complicated, but it is tedious and time-consuming. Prompting with Claude or ChatGPT is an option. Even better, you can use agent skills, for which Minimax already provides templates. However, it can be done very easily in ComfyUI. We are simply going to use the same trick that is used in the Krea 2 reference images template. Go to the image templates and load Krea 2 image style reference. Enter in the subgraph and see that there is a prompt-enhanced section. We are just going to replicate this in our Minimax H3 workflow. Concatenating a system prompt with a user prompt and using them in the Generate Text node, we can create the perfect prompt for Minimax control. Any VL model should work, but the text encoder for Minimax does not have the tail layers. So it will fail to create a new prompt. Instead, we will just use the Qwen VL 4B model of the Krea 2 workflow. You can download the model manually following the workflow instructions. But for me it is easier to delete the unnecessary loaders from the Krea 2 workflow, and then download the Qwen VL 4B using RunPod Direct. When finished, go back to the Minimax workflow to replicate the prompt enhancement setup. Add a Generate Text node. Connect a Load Clip node. Select the Qwen V3 4 billion parameter model that we just downloaded. Copy the input text node, where we will replace the content with the system prompt. The Minimax Hugging Face repo contains the prompting guide for the reference and image to video workflows. You can use the guide and feed it to an AI chat to create a system prompt that will replicate the prompt structure preferred by Minimax H3. It is pretty simple, but I will still leave a link with my system prompt in the description, so you can use it. When you have your system prompt, copy it on the new text node. The system prompt tells Qwen 3 what his task should be, how it has to be executed, and what should be the output structure of the prompt. At the end of the prompt, we write a line with user's input. This will be followed by the user prompt. Add now a concatenate text prompt. Connect the system prompt and then the input text prompt to the concatenate node. Now connect the string to the prompt box in the generate text node. Increase the token length to 1024. You can keep the rest of the settings as they are. If you want different results, you can easily experiment with multiple seeds. Using the thinking mode is also possible. And make sure use default template is active. Place a preview text to see the result of enhancing your prompt. The generate text node accepts also image, video, and audio as input. Because we only have one image input, we need to stitch both images, and then connect the result to the image input node in generate text. If you have more than 2 images, use the image concatenate multi-node from Krea. Let's run the generate text part to see what the result is. Using the prompt enhancement requires some extra running time. But the prompts are much better and offer tighter control. In the long term, it will save you time because you will iterate less. As you see, now the prompt follows the structure suggested by Minimax. At this moment, you can copy and paste the result to the prompt box in the Minimax H3 reference to video node. There you can modify it if you want. Alternatively, you can just connect the string output of the text preview to the prompt box of the H3 reference node, so the whole workflow is fully automated. Let's try out and check that everything works.
Get ready to meet your maker!
The video is not that different than the previous because the original template already has a good prompt. But let's try with a fresh example to see the benefit. Change the reference images. The first will be the main subject of the video, which we will place in the background shown in the second image. We will use also a reference video. Place a load video node and load this one with a man dancing. We will crop the video between 3 and 8 seconds. Because this video is 25 frames per second, start frame is 75 and length 125. Use the Get Video Components node to extract the frames from the video. We will use these 5 seconds as reference. The video images are connected to the Generate Text video. This way the enhanced prompt can better understand our user prompt. Connect them also to the Minimax H3 reference video node. Replace now the user's prompt. I want that the lady from the first image dances similarly as in the video reference but using the background of the second image. I also want some additional effects and techno music. A detailed prompt is still preferred, but I do not need to worry about using the exact instructions of the prompting guide and using perfect English. The prompt enhancer with the system prompt and VLM will do that for me. We will create a 0.6 megapixels video using a vertical orientation and a 3:4 ratio. Let's first look at the resulting prompt. The enhanced prompt is much more detailed and contains all the information required for the model to run with full control. Run now the workflow with the enhanced prompt. This is a very quick and dirty example of what it can be done, but hopefully can give you ideas of the possibilities using better prompts. For text and image to video, the concept is the same. Let's do it with the image to video template. This template has the node structure in a subgraph, so the first thing we do is to expand the subgraph so we can see all the nodes in the same graph. This allows to understand the workflow structure and make the change we need easily. The process is very similar than in the reference video workflow. In this case, we can input a first frame and a last frame in the Minimax H3 Image to video node. We can then sample the video, as before. However, the text and image to video model is different, so you need to download a new model. The text encoder and VAE models are the same as before, so no need to download again. The prompt enhancement is built as we did in the reference to video workflow, so we just copy the nodes we used before and paste them in the image to video workflow. As example, we will do a first frame and last frame video. For that, we will use two image loader nodes. For the prompt generation, we will stitch them together as before. And the images are also connected to the first frame and last frame inputs of the Minimax H3 Image to video node. For text and image to video, the instructions are different than before. However, the way to create a system prompt is similar. Again, I will link my system prompt in the description, but feel free to create yours with ChatGPT, Claude, or any other AI model. And for more specific use cases, check out the agent skills documentation provided in the Minimax H3 GitHub. Pretty sure you can create new system prompts from them or come up with new ideas. Now simply replace the old system prompt for the new one. Finish the preparation by adding your first and last frames and writing your user prompt. And don't forget to set up the video resolution and duration. Connect your enhanced prompt. You are ready to go.
This is not over.
Say hello to my little friend.
That's all for today. I hope this was useful and have fun.